Hello, my friend. Welcome to the VUS Learning English podcast. My name is Anna, and I am so happy you are here with me today. This is a safe place for you to learn. This is a warm and friendly place to grow. Today, we are going to talk about something very important. We are going to talk about confidence. Your confidence in speaking English. Sometimes learning English can feel hard. You might have thoughts that make you sad. You might think, my English is not good, or I am too scared to speak. These thoughts are not your fault. There are some lies about learning English, big lies. For many years, these lies have made learners feel small. These lies can hurt your confidence. But today, that stops. Today, we will talk about 5 big lies, and we will replace them with the truth. Powerful truths that will help you. They will help you see yourself in a new way, a bright and strong way. This episode is not about grammar rules. It is about helping your heart feel strong. It is about finding your power. It is about finding your voice in English. So if you are ready to feel more confident, if you are ready to speak with more freedom, please stay with me. Let's begin this journey together. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am truly grateful you are here. If you enjoy our time together, please think about following or subscribing. It is a small click for you, but it helps our podcast grow. It helps us reach more English learners all over the world, just like you. And I love to know where my friends are listening from. Please tell me, where are you today? Are you in your car? Are you walking in a park? Are you in Myanmar? Or Cambodia? Or Malaysia? Or Turkey? Okay, let's begin. Lie number 1. Some people are just naturally confident speakers. Let's talk about the first lie. This lie can feel very heavy. It is a lie that can stop you before you even start. The lie is some people are just born as good speakers. We all know someone like this. Maybe you see them at work, or maybe you see them in a movie. They speak so easily. The words just flow out. They look so comfortable. They look so confident. And we look at them and we think something. We tell ourselves a story. The story sounds like this. Oh, it is easy for them. They are an extrovert. An extrovert is someone who is very outgoing. They love to talk to people. They love being the center of attention. Then we think about ourselves. I'm not like that. I am an introvert. An introvert is someone who is more quiet. I'm shy. Speaking is not for me. It will never be easy for me. This is lie number 1. That confidence is a part of your personality that you cannot change. This lie is very dangerous. It does a lot of damage. Let me explain how. When you believe this lie, you get a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset means you think your abilities cannot change. You think, I am shy, so I will always be a shy speaker. You feel stuck. You have decided your future. This lie gives you a reason not to try, a reason to stay quiet. Why would you try something difficult? Why would you join a conversation? If you believe you will fail anyway, you think, I am not a confident speaker, so I will probably make a mistake. This thought is very powerful. It leads to avoidance. You avoid chances to speak. At work, you do not share your great ideas. With new people, you do not start a conversation. You miss chances to make new friends. In your English class, you sit in the back. You have a wonderful idea in your head, but the fear is too big. The fear that you will prove your own belief right. The belief that you are a bad speaker. And every time you see a natural speaker, the lie gets stronger. You see their easy way of talking. You do not see their hours and hours of practice. You do not see the times they were scared just like you. You only see the final result, and the space between you and them feels huge. It feels like a giant mountain. It makes you believe the story again. They have the gift of confidence, and I do not. This way of thinking is like poison for your motivation. It makes you want to give up. But now I want to tell you the truth. Please listen very closely. The truth is, confidence is not a personality trait. It is a skill. Did you hear that? It is a skill, like learning to ride a bicycle or learning to cook. And because it is a skill, you can learn it. You can practice it. You can get better and better at it. It does not matter if you are an introvert. It does not matter if you are an extrovert. Anyone can learn the skill of confidence. I told you my name is Anna, and I am a natural introvert. I am a quiet person. I get my energy from being alone. I like to think a lot before I speak. For many years, I thought this was a problem. I thought I needed to be more like an extrovert, but that was not true. The truth is, introverts have special powers. We are often very good listeners. We are often very deep thinkers. The goal is not to change who you are. The goal is not for an introvert to become an extrovert. The goal is to use your own special strengths. The most confident people you see are not naturals. They are practitioners. They are people who practice. They built the skill of confidence with small actions, again and again. So how can you start to build this skill? I have a game plan for you, a simple plan. First, let's use your quiet nature as a superpower. We will call this the preparation plan. Confident speakers do not just know what to say, they prepare. They think about it before. So before your next meeting, or before your next important phone call in English, try this simple plan. Step 1. Take 15 minutes. Brainstorm your ideas. Just write down your thoughts. Not full sentences, just keywords and ideas. Step 2. Organize those ideas. Look at your words. What is the most important message you want to share? What is your main point? Step 3. Write down some opening phrases. Just a few simple sentences to start each point. This is your safety net. It helps you begin. Step 4. This step is very, very important. Practice saying your points out loud. Yes, speak them to the air. You can do it in your room. You can do it in your car. Just you, alone. When you hear your own voice saying the words, something magical happens. You build muscle memory in your mouth and your brain. It makes it so much easier to say them in the real situation. It reduces the anxiety because it is not the first time you are saying it. Okay. The second part of our game plan. Let's master the power of the pause. Many quiet people feel nervous because they think they must answer instantly. Someone asks a question and your brain screams, "Say something now, fast." But you do not have to. A short, quiet pause can make you look more confident. It shows you are thinking. It shows you are thoughtful. So you can prepare some thinking phrases. These are like a bridge. They give your brain time to find the right words. When someone asks you a difficult question, do not panic. Just take a breath. And you can say something like, "That is a very good question. Let me think about that for a moment." Or, "Give me just a second to think about that." Or, "I have not thought about it in that way before." These phrases are your friends. They turn your need to think from a weakness into a strength. You will look wise and calm. And finally, the third part of our game plan. Let's build your speaking muscle every day, just a tiny bit. This is a micro habit, a very small habit. I call it the narrator technique. Narrate means to tell a story. So you will be the narrator of your own life. Once a day for just 1 minute, that is all, 60 seconds. Choose a simple thing you are doing and describe it out loud in English. For example, if you are making a cup of coffee, you can say, "Okay, I am walking to the kitchen. I am going to make some coffee now. I am opening the cupboard. I am getting a mug. I like this blue mug. Now I am getting the coffee." It might feel a little silly at first. I know, but you are doing something amazing. You are training your brain to connect your thoughts to your speech in real time. And you are doing it with no pressure. There is no audience. There is no one to judge you. It is a low-stakes way to practice speaking. It helps you get comfortable talking without a script. So please, remember this truth. Confidence is not a gift for a few special people. It is a choice, and it is a practice. Stop telling yourself the story that you are not a natural. Start seeing yourself as a speaker in training, a student of confidence. Your personality is not a prison. It is your starting point, and it is a beautiful starting point. Lie number 2. Fluent English is fast English. Okay, are you ready for the second lie? This lie creates so much stress, so much anxiety. It makes you feel like you are always running a race. This is the lie that fluent English is fast English. Many learners believe this. They think the best English speakers talk at a super high speed, like people in action movies. You hear a native speaker talking very fast, and you think, wow, that is fluency. That is my goal. I need to speak faster to sound fluent. This idea is a trap. It is a big trap, and it is hurting your confidence with every word you speak. Let's talk about why this is so damaging. When your only goal is to be fast, you lose all the things that are actually important. Your pronunciation gets worse. You start to mumble your words. You do not say the endings of words clearly. Why? Because your mouth cannot keep up with your brain's race. This makes it very hard for the listener. The person you are talking to has to work very hard to understand you. They might get a confused look on their face. They might say, "What?" Or, "Can you say that again?" And what does your brain think when this happens? Your brain says, "See? They do not understand me. My English is bad. I am a bad speaker." And your confidence goes down. Inside your own head, it feels even worse. You're so focused on speed, you're racing, and you lose your thoughts. You forget what you wanted to say. You start to make more mistakes. You might even feel out of breath, like you just ran a race. Speaking should not feel like a race. Speaking should be about connection. When you finish talking fast, you do not feel proud. You just feel relieved that it is over. That is not fluency. That is chaos. That is stress. So, my friend, what is the truth? What is the truth that can make you feel free? The truth is, fluency is not about speed. It is about clarity and control. Let me say that again. Fluency is about being clear and being in control. True fluency is being able to share your ideas smoothly, effectively, in a way that is easy for other people to understand. It is about using the words you know correctly. It is about being flexible in different situations. I want you to imagine a really good driver, a skilled driver in a car. Is the best driver the one who pushes the gas pedal to the floor? The one who is weaving in and out of traffic? No, of course not. That is a dangerous driver. A skilled driver is smooth. They are in control. They speed up when it is safe. And they slow down when they need to make a turn. A skilled speaker is exactly the same. The best speakers are masters of pace. Pace is the speed of your speaking. They use pauses to make a point stronger. They speak clearly so every word is heard. Their goal is to be understood. Their goal is not to be fast. In fact, speaking too fast is often a sign of being nervous. It is not a sign of fluency. So let's make a new rule for ourselves. Clarity over speed. Always. Clear is better than fast. So how can we practice this? How can we unlearn this need for speed? I have some action steps for you. First, let's try the clarity challenge. This is a small experiment. It will show you the power of speaking slowly. Find a quiet place and take out your phone. You can use the voice recorder app. For part 1 of the challenge, I want you to talk about your day for 1 minute, just 60 seconds. But I want you to try to speak as fast as you can. Really, really fast. Go. Okay, stop. Save that recording. Now for part 2, you are going to talk about the same topic, your day, but this time you have more time. You have 90 seconds, and your only goal is clarity. Your only goal is to be clear. Focus on saying every sound in every word. Take a little tiny pause after each sentence. Now, listen to both recordings. Listen to the first one. How does it sound? It probably sounds rushed, stressed, anxious. Now listen to the second recording, the slower one. How does that one sound? It will sound more calm, more controlled, more confident. There is your proof. You are already a better speaker when you are a clearer speaker. Second, let's learn from the masters of pace. Pace means speed. For the next week, I have a small homework assignment for you. Each day, watch one 5-minute TED Talk. TED Talks are videos of people giving speeches. But I do not want you to focus on what they are saying. I want you to focus on how they are saying it. Listen to their rhythm, the music of their speech. Notice how the best speakers use pauses. They often pause right before a very important idea. Notice the silence. Silence is not a weakness. Silence is power. It gives the person listening a moment to think, a moment to understand your message. It makes your words feel more important. When you listen to these speakers, you will start to learn this new rhythm, a calm, confident rhythm. Third, let's connect your speech to your body with pace and breathing practice. When we feel nervous, our breathing changes. It becomes shallow and fast. And this fast breathing makes our speech fast and frantic. So before you go into a conversation, before an English class or a meeting, try this. It only takes 1 minute. Take a slow, deep breath in. Count to 4 in your head. Do this 3 times. This simple action sends a message to your brain. It says, everything is okay. We can be calm now. Then, when you start to speak, try to speak at the pace of a calm walk. Imagine you are walking slowly in a beautiful garden, not running in a busy street. At first, this will feel very slow. It might feel strange and uncomfortable. That is normal. Because you are breaking an old habit of rushing. You are building a new habit of speaking with purpose. You will become more clear, more deliberate, and much more confident. Lie number 3. Confident speakers never ask for clarification. Let's move to the third lie. This lie is a silent one, but it creates so much fear in conversations. It is the idea that if you are a good English speaker, you must understand everything 100% of the time, and you should never, ever have to ask for help. You should never have to ask for clarification. When you believe this lie, every conversation feels like a test you must pass perfectly. Imagine this. You are in a meeting at work. Your colleague is speaking, and they use a phrase or an idiom you have never heard before. Like, let's circle back on that. What happens in your mind? Panic. A feeling of, oh no, you are lost. You do not understand. But the lie in your head whispers, don't show it. Don't let them know you are confused. Asking, what does that mean? Is like saying, I am a failure. It shows your English is bad. So what do? You do what so many learners do. You nod your head. You smile. You pretend that you understand everything perfectly. This pretending does so much damage. First, and most obviously, you miss important information. This can cause big problems. A misunderstanding at work, or a misunderstanding with a friend. Second, it disconnects you from the conversation. You are not a part of it anymore. You cannot share your opinion because you lost the topic. So you just sit there, quiet, trapped in your own head, just hoping and praying that nobody asks for your idea. Your confidence is broken in that moment because you are judging yourself. You are trying to be perfect, and nobody can be perfect. Now it is time for the truth. Are you ready for this freeing truth? The truth is, asking for clarification is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength and engagement. Let's think about that. When you ask a question, it shows you are an active listener. It shows you are paying attention. It shows you care. You care about what the other person is saying. You care so much that you want to understand it 100% correctly. Think about it. Who would you prefer to talk to? Person A, who just nods and smiles with empty eyes? Or person B, who leans in and says, that sounds interesting. Can you explain what you mean by that word? Of course, you would choose person B. Person B is engaged. They are connected. And here is a secret. Native speakers ask each other for clarification all the time, constantly. We say things like, sorry, I didn't catch that. What was that again? Could you run that by me one more time? Communication is a dance between two people. It is a two-way street. And sometimes there are bumps in the road. It is completely normal. Asking for help is not a failure of your English. It is a smart and powerful communication tool. So, how do we make this a habit? How do we get comfortable asking questions? You need two things: the right words and the right mindset. First, let's build your clarification toolkit. A toolkit is a box of tools. You need to have some phrases ready to use, so you do not panic when you feel lost. I want you to write these down or say them out loud with me. Practice them so they feel natural for you. Let's make some categories. Category 1. When you did not hear the words clearly. Maybe the person spoke too fast or it was noisy. You can say, "Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you please repeat that a little slower? The connection is a little bad. Would you mind saying that again?" This is perfect for phone calls or video calls. Category 2, when you heard the words but you did not understand the meaning. Maybe it was a new word or a new expression. You can say, "I am not familiar with that expression. What does it mean?" This is so honest and good. Could you explain what you mean by the word? You just put the confusing word in the blank. Category 3, when you want to check your own understanding. This is a very smart thing to do. You think you understand, but you want to be sure. You can say, "So if I'm understanding correctly, you are saying that. Let me see if I have this right. You want me to..." So what you're saying is that right? Having these phrases ready is like having a key. It turns a moment of panic into a moment of confident action. Second, you need to do some practice in a safe place. Do not use these phrases for the first time in a big, important job interview. That is too much pressure. Find a safe environment, like with a language exchange partner, or a very patient and kind friend. Make it your goal for that one conversation. Your mission is to use 3 clarification phrases. Just 3. You will see what happens. People are almost always happy to explain. They want you to understand. And often these questions lead to better, deeper conversations. Third, you can master a very advanced and impressive skill. I call it the power of paraphrasing. Paraphrasing means saying something in your own words. After someone explains something to you, you can confirm you understood by saying it back to them. But using your own words, for example, your manager says something complicated, you can say, "Okay, so just to make sure I am on the same page. The main issue is the deadline for the project, and you need my team to finish the report by Wednesday. Did I understand that correctly?" Wow, this is one of the most amazing communication skills. It shows you are a fantastic listener. It makes sure you have the right information, and it makes the other person feel truly heard and understood. So please, stop punishing yourself. Stop feeling bad when you do not understand a word. Start seeing clarification as a smart, confident strategy, because that is exactly what it is. Lie number 4. Confident speakers never make mistakes. This next lie. This lie is perhaps the most painful, the most destructive of them all. This is the lie that creates perfectionism. Perfectionism is the need to be perfect all the time. This lie creates a deep fear, a fear that stops so many wonderful English learners from speaking. The lie is, confident speakers never, ever make mistakes. This is a fantasy. It is a dream that is not real. In our minds, we create a picture of a fluent speaker. This person in our imagination has perfect grammar. They never choose the wrong word. They never pause in a strange way. And we believe this lie. We believe that we must be perfect. And until we reach that impossible perfect level, we have no right to speak. We must be silent. The damage this lie causes is huge. It is catastrophic. It turns every chance to speak into a scary test. An exam where the only way to pass is to get 100%. The fear of one small mistake. Just one. Like saying, "I go to the store yesterday," instead of "I went." That fear becomes so big, so powerful. that the safest choice feels like saying nothing at all. Silence feels safe. This fear creates a terrible circle, a vicious cycle. It works like this. You are afraid of making mistakes, so you do not speak. Because you do not speak, you do not get practice. And speaking is a skill that needs practice. Because you do not practice, you do not improve very much. Because you do not improve, your fear gets stronger. See? It's a trap. It is a circle that goes round and round. When you finally do speak, your brain is not relaxed. Your brain is like a police officer, looking and listening for any error, any mistake. The moment you make one small mistake, a wave of shame comes over you. That negative voice in your head, your inner critic, gets very loud. It screams, "See, I told you. You are not good at this. You can't do it." And you forget everything else. You forget the 99% of the conversation that was good. You forget that the person understood you. You only focus on the 1% that was wrong. Perfectionism does not help you grow. It keeps you stuck. It leads to paralysis. The feeling that you cannot move. Now, let's break this lie into a million pieces. With the simple, powerful truth. The truth is, everyone makes mistakes. Everyone. I make mistakes in English, and it is my native language. Your boss makes mistakes. The president makes mistakes. Native English speakers make mistakes every single day. We use the wrong word sometimes. We make grammar errors. We start a sentence and forget how to finish it. But here's the big difference. For a native speaker, a mistake is not a big deal. They do not care very much. They do not connect a small mistake to their value as a person. They just correct themselves, or they just keep talking. They move on. Confidence is not about being perfect. It is not about never making a mistake. Confidence is about knowing how to recover, how to get up after you fall down. The real goal of speaking English is not to have perfect grammar. The real goal is connection. The real goal is communication, to share your ideas, to understand other people. Mistakes are not a sign that you are failing. Mistakes are proof. They are proof that you are trying. They are proof that you are learning. They are proof that you are growing. Mistakes are a good sign. So, how do we fight this fear of mistakes? How do we build resilience? Resilience is the ability to recover. First, you need a mistake recovery system, a simple plan for what to do right after you notice a mistake, so you do not panic and spiral down. It is a simple 3-step process. Pause, breathe, rephrase. The moment you hear yourself make a mistake. For example, you say, "Yesterday I go," and you realize it should be went. Do not panic. Just 1, pause. A very small pause. 2, breathe a silent, calm breath. 3, rephrase. Rephrase means to say it again in a better way. You can simply correct the word, like this. Yesterday I go, went to the store. That's it. So simple. Or you can use a simple phrase like, "Sorry, what I meant to say was," or "Let me rephrase that." It is very important what you do not do. Do not make a big apology. Please do not say, "Oh, I am so sorry. My English is so terrible. I always make mistakes." No, when you do that, you put a big spotlight on the mistake. You are telling the other person, "Look at my mistake and look at my insecurity." A quick, calm correction shows confidence. It shows that you are in control. Second, let's change your goal. Try the good enough communication challenge. For the next week, your goal is not to speak perfectly. That goal is too stressful. Your new goal is simply to be understood. That is all. Did the other person understand your message? Yes. Then it is a success. At the end of each day, get a notebook. Instead of writing down all your mistakes, I want you to write down one conversation where you were understood, one communication success. Maybe you ordered a coffee successfully. Write it down. Maybe you explained a problem to your colleague and they understood. Celebrate it. Focus on the success of connection, not the perfection of grammar. Third, create a safe speaking environment. It is very hard to get over the fear of mistakes in a high-pressure place, like a big presentation at work. You need a safe space, a place where you can practice and fail and know it is okay. This could be with a kind language teacher, or a language exchange partner who is also learning, or maybe a supportive online group. When you have a place where it is okay to be imperfect, you give yourself freedom. The freedom to try new words, the freedom to experiment, and the freedom to build the strength you need for bigger situations. Your mistakes are not your enemies. They are your teachers. It is time to be friends with your mistakes. It is time to embrace them. Lie number 5. You either have confidence or you don't. This brings us to our 5th and final lie. This lie is very quiet. It is subtle, but it is the foundation. It is the base that holds up all the other lies. It is the belief that confidence is a fixed thing. You either have it or you don't, like having brown eyes or blue eyes. This lie makes you think that confidence is a magic switch. It assumes that one day, after you study enough, after you learn enough vocabulary words, the switch will just flip. And poof, suddenly you will feel confident. And only then, after you feel confident, will you be ready to speak. People who believe this lie say things like this: I will join that English conversation club once I feel more confident. Or, I will apply for that job that requires English when I am more confident. Do you see the trap? Do you see the problem here? The damage is that it makes you wait. You are waiting on the side of the road of your own life. You are waiting for confidence to arrive, like a package you ordered online. But my friend, that package is never going to come. You are waiting to feel a certain way before you do something, but it works the opposite way. The feeling of confidence comes after you take the action, not before. This belief leads to endless waiting, endless procrastination. You get stuck in a learning mode. You watch more videos. You do more grammar exercises in a book. You collect more and more information. But you never take the most important step, the scary but essential step of actually opening your mouth and speaking. It is time for our final and most important truth. This truth can change everything for you. The truth is, confidence is not something you have. It is something you build. Confidence is not a feeling you wait for. Confidence is the result of your actions. It is not a switch. It is a cycle, a circle. I want you to imagine this picture in your head. It is called the confidence building cycle. It works like this. Step 1, you learn a small new thing, maybe a new phrase or a new strategy from this podcast. Step 2, you take a small, manageable action to use it. A very small, not so scary action. Step 3, you survive the action, you do it, and you are okay. The world does not end, and maybe you even learn something. You improve just a little bit. Step 4, This small success, this small victory, starts to change your beliefs about yourself. Your brain thinks, oh, I did that, and I was okay. Maybe I can do it again. Step 5. This new tiny belief makes it a little easier to take the next small action. And you repeat the cycle. You learn something else. You take another small action. You survive. Your belief gets a little stronger. Confidence is the momentum you build. It is the energy you create from taking small, consistent, brave steps. It is just like a muscle. Think about it. You do not wait until you feel strong to go to the gym. That makes no sense. You go to the gym to get strong. Speaking English is your gym. Every small conversation is one repetition, one lift of the weights. It is how you build your confidence muscle. So, how do we start this cycle? Right here, right now. Here is your final game plan. I am going to give you a list of 8 small actions, very small. Your task is to choose just one, only one, and do it within the next 24 hours. Are you ready? Here's the list. Action number 1. Summarize a podcast aloud. Listen to a 5-minute part of a podcast in English, then pause it. And for 60 seconds, summarize the main idea out loud, just speaking to yourself. Action number 2. Use the narrator technique. For 2 minutes, narrate a simple task you're doing. I am washing the dishes. I am using warm water and soap. This plate is very dirty. Action number 3. Record and send a voice note. Open a messaging app like WhatsApp. Send a 30-second voice note in English to a friend. Just tell them about your day. Action number 4. Ask one question. The next time you're in a shop or a cafe, ask an employee a simple question in English. What time do you close? Or where can I find the milk? Action number 5. Write and read a comment. Find a YouTube video or a blog post you like that is in English. Write one simple sentence as a comment. Before you post it, read your sentence out loud. Action number 6. Learn and use one clarification phrase. Look at the list of phrases from line number 3. Choose one. Your mission for the day is to find one opportunity to use it. Action number 7. Practice shadowing. Find a short audio clip of a native speaker, play one sentence, then pause. Then you repeat the sentence exactly. Try to copy the intonation and rhythm, the music of the sentence. Do this for 5 sentences. Action number 8. Start a confidence journal. Get a notebook. On the first page, write these words: evidence of my progress. Your only job today is to write down which action you chose from this list and write one sentence about how it went. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to take action. Any action. No matter how small it seems. Every small action is a victory. Every small action is a brick you are laying to build your house of confidence. We have talked so much today. We have uncovered the 5 big lies that hold you back. That confidence is a gift for some, not for you. That fluent means speaking fast, that you should never ask for help, that you must be perfect, and that confidence is something you must wait for. And we have replaced these lies with 5 beautiful truths. Confidence is a skill you can build. Clarity is the real goal, not speed. Asking for clarification is a sign of strength. Recovering from mistakes is the real skill. And confidence is built through small, brave actions. Your journey to speaking English with confidence is not about arriving at a final place. It is not a destination. It is a journey made of small moments, small choices. The choice to prepare before a meeting, the choice to slow down and be clear, the choice to ask, "What do you mean by that?" The choice to calmly correct a small mistake and move on, and the choice to take one small action today. These choices, when you make them again and again, they build on each other. They create real, strong, unshakable confidence. Your voice is important. Your ideas are valuable. You deserve to be heard. Now, my friend, I have a question for you. Which of these 5 lies has felt the most true for you? Which lie has been holding you back the most? If you feel comfortable, please share your story in the comments below. Reading each other's experiences is so powerful. It helps us remember that we are not alone in our feelings. Your story can help another learner feel understood. And if you found this episode helpful and you want to keep building your confidence with me, please make sure you subscribe or follow this podcast. My whole mission is to give you the tools and the mindset you need to speak with freedom and joy. Thank you so much for spending this time with me and with yourself. Remember, the goal is not to be fearless. The goal is to feel the fear and to do it anyway. You can do this. See you next time, my friend.